Hey y'all, it's Realtor Rob Foglia with Foglia Properties at Keller Williams Realty here in Middle Tennessee. And I wanted to go live today and go over a couple of quick things that I'm seeing in the real estate market. It's June 1st. We've got new market stats for May that have dropped here in our MLS. So I wanted to share some things with y'all, and I wanted to answer the question, is the real estate market slowing? I've been hearing a lot of chatter about that. And as y'all know, these videos, my goal with doing these videos the last couple of years has always been to educate and inform those in our circle, our clients, our customers, even our fellow real estate colleagues, to let them know, let them know what we're actually seeing, the evidence behind any certain gut feelings that are out there. We're going to answer that question in just a second. Is the real estate market slowing? Before we do, y'all do me a favor. If you're seeing this on Facebook, click that like button. Feel free to drop a comment. If you're seeing this on YouTube when we upload it, drop a like, hit that subscribe button for us. And if you're seeing this through email, if you have any questions, hit that reply button, and we will be happy to answer any questions that you might have. So back to that question: is the real estate market slowing? I've been hearing that thought a lot from a few of my colleagues from around the country, and I am not in a position to talk about another market aside from Middle Tennessee. That's not my area. I know Middle Tennessee. I know the greater Nashville area. And guys, long answer short, it is not slowing at a bit right now. Real estate is a very simple industry. It's an industry very much based on supply and demand. I know we've done this stat. I've over the months, for the years, I've gone over this stat a ton. But this is months of supply showing how much inventory is actually out there. Meaning, if no other homes were to ever come for sale, how long would it take the current amount of homes to sell? And you can see when it was a buyer's market 10, 11 years ago, there was almost a year's worth of inventory out there. A balanced market, it's been almost a decade since we've seen that quote unquote balanced market at 6 months. And guys, it's still the lowest we've ever seen here at 1.2 months of supply. This is Davidson County's numbers, Nashville's county. I could go into any surrounding county around here and show similar numbers as well. We'll just stick with Davidson for simplicity's sake today. But guys, like this right here, this shows us the trend line, and it shows us that we're not seeing inventory rise, that even with rising rates, even with just economic volatility that's out there, all the signs of a recession out there, or a slowdown in our economy, that the market isn't slowing. And when I see 1.2 months of supply, that tells me if a listing is priced correctly, it's marketed right by a professional realtor, there should be a dozen offers on that property, and that property is going to sell for well above asking price. In fact, that's a great transition to this stat right here. And so this right here, and we'll look at the average. It's a little easier to see instead of the median. The average sales price to list price for a home in Davidson County last month was 104.2%. It's actually up 0.1%, basically flat for month to month here from May to April and May. Guys, this again shows that the demand is still there. Interest rates had been rising before May. I mean, I could pull up Freddie Mac's numbers, but I believe it was either the end of March or April when they were, easily hit the fives. And so, I mean, the buyers who were closing in May, they were pending in March or April. 5+% interest rates did not stop them from buying. And so, I want to let y'all know that anybody who's thinking, hey, the market's slowing, that's not the case. Now, there is something I will say, it's another S word that I think the market is doing right now. And I would say the market's kind of stalling. And what I mean by that is, let's look at the amount of homes for sale. Again, we've got Davidson County pulled up, and these are general trend lines for the last 3 years. And in fact, let's go back, just look at 5 years, just so y'all can see what a typical year looked like pre-pandemic. So back in 17, 18, and 19 here, you can see it was pretty much a bell curve in terms of the amount of homes for sale. Typically, it would peak somewhere in the middle of the year. Around October, it would truly peak and then drop off. So, August, September, October, then drop off at the end of the year. Same thing even in 2020 we saw. Last year, we saw inventory never really peak. It never caught up. This year, it's even worse. Gosh, 1,777 homes for sale year over year. So basically May of 2022 compared to May of 2021, it's down over 60% in Davidson County. That's ridiculously low inventory. Until this number climbs, we're going to continue to see this extreme seller's market. There's just no demand, there's no supply, to meet the demand that's out there. What this tells me is that if you're a homeowner and you don't desire to own that home anymore, maybe you own an investment property that was an accidental rental and you don't want to own it any longer. Maybe you're tired of being a homeowner. I mean, guys, I'm a realtor. I sell homes. That's not me. And yet at the same time, I know home ownership's not for everybody. If that's you, if you're hearing that, this is the time to sell, because this is the market that we're in. We don't know what the market's going to look like in 6 months, 12 months. I would highly encourage people to take advantage of this market as it currently sits. And so again, to me, this is stalling. This is a market that's almost stalling because there's no inventory out there to meet the demand. And it's kind of a cycle that we're seeing in terms of homeowners who can't take action because they can't find that next home. It's just, it is what it is. I don't pretend to know the answers. Again, this has always been about education more so than speculation, these videos. And so I won't go into different theories of what we could do to just as an economy to see that go up. And yet at the same time, I think as long as inventory levels continue to stay low, we're going to see this type of a market. In fact, let's just pull up Rutherford County just to show this is not a Davidson only trend. I mean, you can see Rutherford County's inventory is down 71% compared to last year, 649 homes for sale compared to May of 2021, 2,200. And in fact, again, look at the 5-year trend. Typically, you'd see a little bit of a hump here in the middle of the year, a little bit of that hump, big hump right here. And if honestly, if you go back and look at months of supply, Rutherford County, you can see it was starting to encroach being a balanced market in 2019 and 2020. Like we were starting to get there before, pre-pandemic. Anyway, though, just jumping back to homes for sale, I mean, there's just no inventory to keep up with all this. Months of supply, again, I mean, less than a month of supply, that's ridiculously low inventory. Again, if a home is priced correctly, if it's at all attractive, there's going to be multiple offers on that property. It's going to sell with probably 10 offers, if not more. And so and I'll cut the video off here in just a minute. And yet I just wanted to share this with everybody, clients, customers, colleagues, because the reality is I'm hearing some people talk about the market slowing. In Middle Tennessee, there's no sign of this. I mean, when I see 0.8 months of supply, when I look at percent of list price in Rutherford, and it's still, yes, it dropped from 102.8 to 102.6. I mean, guys, that's almost you can see this looks like an EKG or, with all the peaks and valleys anyway. So it's like, it's never going to be an exact line. It's basically flat from 102.8 to 102.6. Guys, until we see inventory rise, this market's still going to be that extreme market. So to me, it's not a soft market. It's not a slowing market. It's a market that, if anything, it's stalling a little bit. But that just simply means it's so important to hire the right real estate agent, the right real estate professional who's going to know how to navigate this market, who's going to know how to be able to take advantage of the 0.8 months of supply that's out there, get you multiple offers on this property to where you can truly get not only the best offer in terms of price, but the best offer in terms of terms. I mean, imagine if you're going through and don't have to worry about an inspection, don't have to worry about an appraisal, don't have to worry about that financing contingency, because we put so much demand on this property that we got you the best offers possible. Y'all, if y'all have any questions, give me a shout. You can comment if you're seeing this video live. You can go through and leave us a like and a comment on YouTube with any questions. You can also hit that reply button if you're getting this in your email. I appreciate y'all checking this out. And until next time, we'll see y'all later.